What's going on, guys? Alexander here, High Winds EDC, and today we have a full review of this guy right here. This is the Kizer Smolt Jonathan Styles design with the Kizer collaboration, as you can see there. We're gonna get into it. This is a knife that I've been carrying pretty much every single day since I've gotten it. Maybe with respect to a day where I just carried one folder, but other than that, I've carried this thing with me everywhere and I love it. So let's kind of get into it. Before we do that, let's do a bit of a pocket check. Front right pocket, I am carrying this in a DP steel and leather pocket sheath for the most part. It's got a deep pocket carry clip, and so I get a carry that looks something like this, which is really nice. We also have a front right pocket Paradrop leather Triari. This is the Starburst pattern, exclusive by, ooh gosh, what are their names again? Urban Supply EDC. Inside we have a Raylite Pineapple Mini, a Smooth Precision pen, bolt action pen, a Pena pry bar, and we have the Cobra, not the Cobras, these are the 5-inch Knipex adjustable wrench. I like them, they're good. I like them a lot. Back right pocket, I think we have a bandana. Yeah, we got a bandana, and we have a set of keys. The keys are just a work truck key, the JRW Tough Clip. We've got my name, and we also have just like a little key that I carry. This has just been my key setup for a little while now. Front left pocket, we have the wallet, which is a Tempered Trail Johnny, which I really like. I love this wallet. It's probably my new favorite wallet, so huge shout out to Tempered Trail. I think they did it right with this one. Inside that, we also have these, which I'm gonna pop in. All right, maybe you can hear me. Yeah, okay, so maybe now we're tapped in. And then on the belt, we are also carrying the Pena Custom Apache, which I really love this blade. It's a good one. It's a good one for sure. So let's jump into the full review. I have been carrying this thing, like I said, every day since I've gotten it, with respect to a couple of times where I'm just carrying like one folder. But no, this thing has been awesome. It's been great. Let's go from the tip to the butt. And in this, with this blade, you can expect a somewhat of a drop point. It comes all the way down with a good belly, so that kind of qualifies it to be a drop point. It is a satin 154 CM blade. It is a Kizer Production Styles collaboration. So you can see on this side, it is called the Smolt. This is an Amazon exclusive, and yeah, you can only get it on Amazon. Excuse me. The scales are removable, and they are in a black canvas micarta with a wood inlay. Now, what kind of wood, I'm not sure. Could be aspen, could be oak, could be just, I don't know. I don't know what kind of wood it is, sorry. But yeah, it's really nice. The micarta does give it a little bit of a grip. The wood, it's a grippier wood, so you're not like sliding around. But no, it's really good. I like it. It does have a lanyard hole. This is a full tang construction fixed blade. As you can see, it is got a little bit of thickness to it. It's not super slicey, it's not super thin, but I mean, it gets the job done. Now, the reason why I'm giving you guys a full review today is because I actually had to give her a haircut yesterday. It was the first time I've had to give this knife a new edge. Now, I've kept it going with a strop. I've kept it going with my field sharpener. But yesterday, it was just time for it to be put on the precision adjust, so that way I can get the angle down, so I can get it dialed in the way I want it. I set it back to a 20-degree edge, and that seems to work really well for me for EDC. And I also gave it a bit of a micro bevel, meaning I set the 20 degrees, profiled the edge, and then when I was all said and done, with a honing rod, I jumped my work sharp up 5 degrees, and I just went over it one, switch sides, swipe, switch sides, and I did that about 5 times, 5 or 10 times, I can't remember now. But so yeah, this has got a brand new fresh edge on it. I did that last night while watching what is it, UFC 313 with John Jones and Stipe Miocic, whatever his name is. Anyways, yeah, so I really like this blade. I like it for EDC purposes because it is nice. It's a good fixed blade. It's always good to have a fixed blade. This one I have multiple carry. I have 2 carry methods. I have this pocket sheath, and I also, which I'm wearing it right now just for the sake of the review, but I'm also wearing the Tech Lock Kydex sheath that it comes with from Amazon when you order it in. And so this is how I carry it for work, because it with the Tech Lock, my belt is riding about right here, so I'm able to conceal a lot more of the blade. I don't necessarily like having the pocket sheath for work. I don't know, something about it. I'd rather carry, oh goodness, I don't even have it with me. I have a Milwaukee Fastback that I'll keep in my front right pocket because that utility blade and the screwdriver on it are like, it's the 1501 or whatever they call it, Milwaukee Fastback with the driver. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I like to carry in the front right pocket because I need it a little bit more. And this is great. This has been a good workhorse. So in my new job, I have to get into a lot of drywall. Whenever like drywall is wet, I demo that out. And what I'll do is if the insulation behind the wall is also wet or like been contaminated with mold or smoke or something, I have to either cut it out or tear it out. And this has been actually really nice to do that because yeah, I'll have the drywall out, and let's say the insulation up to here, like from the bottom to the middle is contaminated with water, but from the middle up can be preserved. We got to cut out that bit of insulation. Just kind of, it's just how we do it. It's how I've been taught to do it anyway. So then I'll take this and I'll cut just straight across it, and it works very, very well. It's long enough that way, like the blade is coming into contact with all of the insulation. And it's just, I like it a lot better that way. It's also nice and tough. Sometimes I have to peel back laminate flooring, and it's just nice to have this because if I set like a straight edge, like a level, or like maybe I mark out like with a chalk line some of that vinyl, I can stab this in and just do a big draw cut like that. And I really like it because it is made for that. The 154 cm steel has been able to be like, I can strop it back to life if I need to. I can hone it very easily, and if I need to put a new edge on it, I can put a fresh edge on it relatively easily, and I really, really like it. I will say when the one thing that I don't really care about this, but it could be a deal breaker for you, is the bevel was a little bit uneven, so much so, I'm going to show this to you. Maybe it'll focus in on it. Now that wasn't necessarily me. You can see on this side of the edge bevel right there is a little bit, it's a little bit longer, and where it meets up on this side is like the taper is not as, like it doesn't drop off as heavily. Now, I tried my best to remedy some of that. It's not something that's a deal breaker for me. I can work around that. I can live with that. It doesn't bother me, but it's just something that I noticed, and you know, it happens. You know, if these things are being ground by a machine or by man, you're gonna have some inconsistencies, and that is okay. I will say I do appreciate this sharpening choil. Really, really allows you to get right up on the heel of the blade, which I really, really appreciate. I really do. I like it. You got plenty of room to work with when it comes to that, and I'm trying to think what else. I just really like to carry it. It's very handsome, it's very photogenic, and it does have an heirloom factor that I like to keep around on my knives. It is made in China, and that's fine for me. That's not a deal breaker for me, but if it is for you, then I'm sorry. I do want to put up a warning. I just saw this today, and I am very disappointed, but at the time of recording this video, there are some in stock on Amazon. You need to be very, very careful though, and vet whoever is selling it, because knockoffs have been sold on Amazon, and now people are kind of upset because it's like, oh dang, I bought a knockoff. Well, you need to check. I will do my best to link below the actual link that I used to buy this knife. So that way you know you're getting it from the right store. And just be very, very careful when you look up Kizer Smolt. Read the reviews, do your due diligence, even on Amazon. You can send it back or get your money back or whatever the case is, but make sure you're getting the real one. I think what it is, this is the real Kizer logo, and the knockoff brands have the word Kizer coming like all the way along the side of the blade. So be very, very careful with that. All right, I don't want you guys to get the knockoffs. But I just saw that on a Facebook post today. I'll try to link the knife. I'm not affiliated with Kizer. I'm not affiliated with Amazon. So what you see is what you get on this blade. I really like it. I would give it like all around for fixed blade. It's not as good as the Boker AK1 to me. Boker AK1 fixed blade is one of my all-time favorite fixed blades. I have sold mine, so I don't have it anymore, but I sold it so I could do like review other knives and stuff. Do some size comparisons. I want to do a size comparison with my favorite knife almost of all time, the Demco 80-20.5 clip point and S35VN. Let's go this way. I like this way better. Sorry. So here you go. That is from like center line to center line for the most part. The Demco 20.5 is larger. I believe this only has like a 2.9 inch blade, but I can't be certain on that. We're also going to compare it to the Spyderco Native 5. So there you go. Almost like there it is, butt to butt. And the Native 5 comes out a little bit longer overall. Native 5, it has a longer cutting edge than the Native 5. So if that's something that you care about, there you go. I like the Native 5. I do think the one thing it lacks is like length of cutting edge. Sorry, I'm trying to disengage that. Let's compare it to another fixed blade. This, you guys may, I don't know if you're handy or whatever, but I carry one of these. This is a Milwaukee, just kind of like an insulation knife. I actually got this back when I was working in Texas. So I've kind of kept this around, but as you can see, there you go. It's not a real insulation knife. I've used it as an insulation knife just to kind of help me out a little bit. Let's see, I do have this Old Western fixed blade. This is like a upswept style blade. And let's compare it next to the Roosevelt. I really like carrying these two together. They're like approximately, the Roosevelt comes out a little bit longer overall length, but they have a relatively same amount of cutting edge, which I like. So this is like my slicey EDC, and then this is more like my bulky EDC, and I like carrying these together. I'm usually carrying these together, or I'm carrying it with this, my opinion, Apache, which I really like. There you go. One last knife I'll compare it to is the Petrified Fish Beluga. Sorry. Yeah, and there you go. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys for watching this YouTube review. If you guys have any questions about the Smolt, I will try to do my best to answer it. This one is a keeper because it's a budget knife. I don't really intend on getting a bunch of money for it, a bunch of money back out of it. I think it costs like $70, so that's like a relatively good price for such a capable fixed blade. I like it. It's probably my favorite fixed blade of 2024. Probably my favorite blade of 2024, actually, which is really only one I've gotten so far, but that's fine. I'm trying to think what else I can say about it that really hasn't been said. I can't really speak to the heat treat process of it or anything like that. I know it's good. I know 154 cm does the job. Would I use this to like prepare a meal? Maybe, yeah. I don't know, it's just like really thick. I'd probably just still use my Roosevelt or my Benchmade Meat Crafter if I wanted to do like a full meal prep with that knife. But I mean, it would get it done. I wouldn't necessarily be worried about it. The ergonomics on it are actually kind of really good. They're very neutral, as you can tell. Like there's nowhere to, like, no one place to put an index finger or your thumb. I did forget to mention the jipping on the back side. I showed it, but I didn't mention it. And it's nice and smooth jimping. Like it doesn't hurt or anything like that. I hardly find myself ever using the jimping right there, because usually if I'm gonna go cut something, I'm doing like a pull cut with rope, or I am just putting like a downward force cut like this. Like it's fine. For me, whenever I cut, I'll usually go like this. I do like how the micarta is like so thick. It's not like a thick slab of micarta, but it's enough for me whenever I'm going like this and I'm doing like a pull cut, I can easily pull the micarta and I know it's not going anywhere. It's nice and grippy too, especially whenever like I'm sweating all day and I need to pull this out and go to work. It's really good. Can you use this as a neck knife? You can, but I mean, it's a little bit too long for me to be like a dedicated neck knife. That would go more towards something like my Pena fixed blade sheep's foot. You see, that's a little bit better. But yeah, there's a cool blade. I like it. I did say the scales are removable. I believe that's T8 screws. But if you wanted to remove them, you can have them sent in, and you get yourself some new scales made, or even make them yourself. I don't know if that's something you guys are into. But yeah, Kizer Smolt, I mean, A+ from Kizer and A+ from Jonathan Stiles. I really love it. It's my new favorite fixed blade, so much so that my friend Damien is like, oh my God, when are you gonna stop posting about that knife? Well, probably not for a while, because I mean, I carry it all the time, and it's like, it's a really photogenic knife. I mean, what can I say? It looks really good on the gram. Well, guys, I really appreciate you for tuning into this full review. Sorry everything's been like fewer and far between, but you know, gotta take care of first things first. And I still appreciate you guys for always supporting me. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Please like, please subscribe, and it'll just let me know that you guys still like the content. All right, bye guys.